This is a special edition of the Biker's Lifestyle Podcast. We talked about this last year. We had a friend who did hold on, let's make sure I get this right, the Survival Challenge.
No, just say the Naked and Afraid Challenge.
Naked Afraid Challenge, Survival Amy. She's been on before.
On Discovery Plus.
And her episode aired yesterday from last year. And so here we are for our first opportunity. Really, one of her first opportunities to talk about this is to all about all that happened. 423. That's
23.
You know what? You want to know what's really ironic?
What's that?
I believe that today is the 1 year anniversary of me being out there for my first full day, but not in the challenge yet, just at the condo that they set you up at beforehand.
Well, that's what you said. You had like 3 days in San Felipe, right? I mean, on the beach, you're like, doing the whole, hey, Cabo Wabo, deal.
They had this truck that would park on the beach every single day down there, and they would let me walk from my condominium down. It was a straight shot right to the Sea of Cortez, and I'd go out there, and they had a truck that had pineapple drinks and coconut drinks, so you could get a whole drink and a pineapple or a coconut, and it was like $5, and I'm like, so cheap. So I had to go buy one every single day while I was down there.
You said let you. What do you mean let you?
So production didn't always essentially allow me to go out because my partner, I'm assuming, was there as well. So
that makes sense.
They didn't want us to meet. So certain parts of the day, they would be like, okay, you have free roam for 3 hours. And then there would be other times that they're like, okay, you need to, stay in your condo. And I'm just like, okay, locked in my castle. I hated it. But I'm guessing that's what it was, is that they don't want you to actually meet your partner until you're out there and in the challenge itself.
Right. I mean, it was cool. You had party last night for it.
Oh, yeah.
Your episode, my wife and I went down there and checked it out. It was unique, watching the episode and then like knowing the person and then having you like give the play-by-play in the the commercials and shit. That was pretty cool.
Yes, it was a good turnout too. Actually, I was really impressed. I mean, I had watched the watch party event on Facebook, and it said I think 21 ended up where they said that they were going, but I would say that there was darn near like at least 60 or 70 people there. It was pretty packed.
And you had swag available. You t-shirts that said what on
them? T-shirts that said "fuck the desert," had can koozies, and I don't even have one to represent.
No, why fuck the desert?
I was so angry at that point where they were filming me saying "fuck the desert." I was on my last straw. I was ready to tap. And I had never been on TV before. I've never filmed anything or been behind the scenes. I never knew, like what happens. And I live alone, and, my kids live in their houses and I live in my house. And so I don't have like lots of people in my vicinity all the time. And the camera people, they got to get why we're out there. They need to film what they need to film. And I'm just being ridiculous and absolutely like going AWOL off the deep end. I don't even know. I feel bad for production. I feel horrible for the way that I was acting, but I was out of my own right mind. But they just had the cameras because they had to get the shot. And so I felt overwhelmed. And it was just at that moment that I'm just like, no, I can't, like, fuck this, fuck the desert. I'm done. It was just a lot of things like overstimulation. That's what I'll say.
Right.
I was already at a point where my body was so dehydrated. And then you had the camera people and they're like from me to you away with the camera. So I'm just like,
well, okay, you said that there were some pretty unflattering camera angles. I mean,
just like if the camera would follow us to go and try and get water, we had to go up like a big rock right outside of our shelter. Yeah. We had to go up the boulder and then kind of down the boulder a little ways so that you could get into the we tried to do the faster running water in the stream.
Yeah.
Once we realized we could drink the water, it was, just try and go to the faster running part just to ensure that, maybe those frogs that were in there, because there was frog wall. They didn't emphasize that, but right where I was drinking, I had this stream that was like running down kind of between some trees and some other things, so soil, whatnot. And that's where I like to drink from. But then there was this boulder right to my left and kind of in front of me. And that entire boulder had just not rocks, frogs that were just like attached to the wall. And I'm like, okay, frogs, move over. I need to take a drink of water. We thought at one point that we could eat them, but we found out that they are toxic frogs.
You could have tripped, would have maybe gone quicker,
Could have done.
I know Mike
anything.
Tyson likes his frogs.
Yes, he's a frog licker. I have heard that.
I would have liked frog legs while I was out there.
I gotta say though, that I thought the production people, they fuzzed out your bunghole real good.
I know.
The world's seen your ass now, Amy.
I know. Well, now for all the people that say, "Hey, can I see your ass tattoo?" You saw it.
Here's my YouTube video right here.
Right. But I did after filming, I decided that I didn't like how far down or how not far down my butt crack tattoo went. So I went back to my tattoo artist, and that woman is amazing. She is like the greatest tattoo artist ever, because when I say, I need you to do a butt tattoo and I need you to get like right up by my coochie, she's like
well, I mean, like you've seen that yourself, right? I mean,
yeah. Yeah. So I made her take the dots. She's like, how far do you want the dots to go down your butt crack? And I was like, I want that guy over there to be like, I wonder how far those dots go down her butt crack, and then keep wondering.
So like take Dirty through day one, right? Day one. I mean, you're pretty chipper.
Yep.
That is,
You didn't see it. I know.
So this is unique. I saw it.
Yes.
He didn't. So kind of
Yes.
help him
no, I
along here.
was, yeah, I was incapacitated at the time.
So day one was like a 4-hour insertion hike.
Insertion, interesting word.
Now,
Yeah.
where did this take place?
When you take off your
Devil's
clothes.
Or whatever the fuck it was, Devil's Ass.
Pretty much. Devil's Canyon. So
Devil's Canyon.
they call it Canyon del Diablo.
That's Spanish for Devil's Canyon.
It is. It is. That's the only Spanish I know, and I can never speak except for El Baño. And I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
That's the bathroom, I thought.
It is. So I
Okay,
could at
Devil's
least get to the
toilet.
bathroom in
So you were
Mexico.
in the devil's toilet. All right.
Bilingual.
Well, I tell you, I was trying to barter with one of the, I think he was a production assistant, or I don't even know what he was, but I was just like, can I ride your dirt bike? Because they had a dirt bike in one of the garages, and I was just like super stoked. I was like, I never rode a dirt bike in a desert. I would love to ride a dirt bike in a desert, but they wouldn't let me.
So they hit the ground, right? I mean,
Yep.
It was kind of weird because you ever seen the show before?
No,
You ever seen an episode?
Never seen an
I've
episode
never
of,
seen an episode of Naked and Afraid.
Huh.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's
okay.
yeah. I
They bring them there both in separate trucks, and so
Yep.
like then they have them disrobe for the camera. It's a big deal. They
Sure.
make it-
Yep.
And then they have them go off in a direction. Then they meet in the butt ass crack of nowhere,
Yep.
naked, and you
The
say,
devil's-
So my first,
Diablo.
my first
Yeah.
response to my partner, his name is Trey, is, so have you ever met anybody naked in a Mexican desert before? And he's like, can't imagine that I have, or he's something along those lines. Like he's like, I haven't.
Now, what was this dude like? Was he like Cola eating like pussy, or was he like?
No,
Is he like
no.
ex-military?
you see
No.
more Bear Grylls.
No, actually, so he wasn't ex-military, but you want to know, he's badass. I think he is. He is a caver. He goes and
A
like
spelunk. Wow.
but he does some pretty cool stuff. And so he did a previous show, not Naked and Afraid show. He did Darkness, it was called. So he filmed where he had to be, darkness. Yeah. So you were in the dark in a cave for 6 days and you had to find your way out. And it never ended up airing in the United States. It aired in Portugal. So if you want to listen to it or watch it, you got to listen to it in Portuguese. But so he had previously had, that caving experience, and he was able to know for sure that for 6 days in complete darkness with none of the things that you need, he could make it. So he was already a strong partner from the get-go.
All right. Now, we're not known for class on the Bikers Lifestyle podcast.
No.
No, we're not. And the question begs to be asked.
Okay.
Right? Like, did you stare at his junk?
I was trying so damn hard.
Was it small or was it like a baby's arm? Hello, ladies. I mean,
Well, he did ask for an extra large blur. I do know that. So if my blurs look a little big, I think it's
As
because
we
they
all
did
do.
give him that extra large blur.
the extra large blurred your boobs.
Yes, they did. I'm pretty sure they, I mean,
flopping out of blur.
because somebody had mentioned that. They said, boy, they really like over blurred you. And I'm like, it's because Trey asked for an extra large blur. I don't know if that's really, how it does
Stupid
it.
man.
No, he's so
you
smart. He complimented me though in a lot of ways. Like he knew things I didn't, and then I knew things that he didn't, and kind of enlightened him to a couple of things along the challenge, which was kind of cool for me. So he
had a question.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
help him out.
So
I see him thinking.
and I remember somebody saying that you get 2 items to bring with you,
One.
right?
It's only one. Yep. You get 2 total. So each person.
Oh, they give you like a bag or something, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So you have the mesh bag. That's what you get after you meet your person.
What'd you bring?
I brought duct tape.
And what did he bring?
He had the knife. It was a pretty decent blade, very sharp.
Extra large blur.
At first.
Yeah.
I don't know if you. Well, okay, so maybe that's where I'm more of that, like, okay, so you have to be like the man in the manly role. So I would expect you to bring the knife, and me in a womanly role, I want to make sure that we can cook the food and have water and make sure that all of that, and the shelter is built and all those things. And for me, and everybody's going to always give me shit for duct tape because Duct Tape Boy was somebody that you don't know, but he took duct tape on a previous challenge and everybody gave him shit for that. Problem was that it wasn't utilized the way that you can utilize duct tape. And everybody knows you can use duct tape for anything and everything. So the episode starts off once we actually get into our area, which is a cave. So that was our shelter. He's trying to start a fire and he's like sitting there flicking it. And I go to him and I was just like, well, why don't you take a piece of this duct tape and, just a little square piece and put the magnesium onto the duct tape and then light that. And he's just like genius. And that fire went up like, boom, done.
Oh, so they give you stuff.
They give you one item that you choose.
Right.
Well, his knife, I think, had a fire starter kit on it.
No. They gave us a fire starter
Oh, they did.
on top
Okay,
of that.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So a lot of the challenges, if they are known to be in a more, complicated area where like water isn't as easily, gotten like ours was. So if you have to like boil it, a lot of times, like if it's a necessity to have fire, they're going to give you the fire starter. If it's a necessity to boil your water, they're going to give you the pot to boil your water. So they help you out. They want you to be successful on your challenges. And they honestly, like, I think we had one of the best production teams. They were very, very helpful, before we went into the challenge. You were able to ask whatever questions, do the research that you needed for the area you're going in to just kind of, make sure that you're set out there.
Right.
So that explains my note cards. So when we were riding in and I was in my vehicle, I'm sitting there and I'm just going through my note cards. And basically what I did was compiled my research from what I had learned of that desert, along with other things that I had learned while I was there, because I continued my research once I was there, identifying plants and different things to see what can I use this for? What are the properties? Are there medicinal properties? And I'm pretty good when it comes to medicinal properties of plants already. So to be able to study in a different area, I just wanted to be able to have like that. I'm ready to go into an exam. So here's my cram session. So that's what the note cards were. So I had note cards that you'll see if you watch the episode.
Now, who drew the map?
That production brings in the map, so that's something that we don't.
I was going to ask
see
what he went
until
what
that
he
moment.
drew.
What do you do with this?
They
Like,
watch.
they like come and go, or is
No,
it gifts, or
I guess I don't really pay attention
They
to
have
what
like a
they were doing.
tour?
No.
like, are you over there like eating bugs and drinking?
They're like in
dog
Winnebago,
water
it's like a quarter mile away.
at a craft food table, like
They're
you're over
under.
there,
Yeah.
You know,
I
eating
wondered about that.
They're
I was
under.
curious about that.
They're under very strict rules, but they do not remain there 24/7. That's why you see a lot of the diary cam footage. So they give you 2 diary cams. You each have your own. In our case, they switched out one of our diary cams for
You
the
said a
GoPro.
Yeah.
The GoPro on your head, because where we were, you had to have 3 points of contact. It was like large boulders, little rocks that would like roll your ankle if you stepped on them wrong. Nothing was set where it needed to be. It was all very movable or just very hard to get around.
So, I mean, you see guys get settled in, you look at the map and you find this old mountain lion cave.
So that was Trey, and that was his caving side. He immediately, like, I think as soon as we hit the canyon, we found water right at the base of that canyon, like in the middle.
Yeah.
And
Actually looked pretty inviting.
it was so beautiful. There was 3 of those lagoons that they showed with the
Mhm.
waterfall coming down, and then like a little pool to swim in. There was 3 of those, and the camera crews, while I was there before I tapped, had never gone up as far as me and Trey had, but we also didn't bring our diary cams the first time. We were supposed to bring our diary cams anytime that we left our
Gotcha.
camp, but sometimes we would forget. I mean, we're human. What are you going to do?
You got other things in your mind.
Well, we wanted to go see what was up,
Yeah.
but when we first
Naked in Mexico in the desert, I mean, that would have
Called the devil's toilet.
well, yeah, and I mean, if you get put somewhere that you've never been, what do you want to do? You want to go explore. You want to go see things.
Yeah, you're gonna want to find the bar,
Yeah.
times this weekend.
The bar for
7-Eleven, get a pack of smokes.
Yeah.
yeah, the bar for us would have been us making tequila out of an agave plant, or I mean, we would have been better off trying to create a tattoo shop out there, because the tip of the agave was like this super sharp needle. Yeah, just the tip is a needle. And then the agave is a very like it's almost like sewing thread almost. Not even, I mean, it's very thin like sewing thread, but it's very strong. So you could essentially sew something together. If you were to get a wound, you could sew the wound together. Or we had to use the tip of the agave needle to get out a sliver that Trey had, but that never got filmed. Well, I mean, it got filmed, but it never aired.
Probably, I mean, if they're with you, they're 24 hours, a day. I mean, you guys are
what? Like wood or
thorns. They were everywhere.
Thorns.
Oh, were they?
Yes. So the ground temperature, just to give you a little background, ground temperature when we got dropped and met each other was 119 degrees, I think it said. And that's just your ground temp. I think our air temp was right around 109.
fuck all that.
And yeah, so and then the nighttime is where it just got awful. So what else?
Well, I mean, you went from the first night, it was 120 degrees down to 40 degrees.
Yeah, and then it kept dropping. I think one of those nights it dropped down below like 39,
36 or 37.
Yeah, naked. No, nothing. Well, I'm over here like, here I go, Miss Duct Tape. I can give you an easy way to start a fire. I can make a bowl. I made a bowl so that we could have water in our shelter.
Okay. Yeah,
I thought you found
Yeah.
some like desert feed or something, Yeah. Make
No,
a bowl,
No, a big bowl to drink out of. No.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
my partner was like, well, we can find some peyote, which he was on a hunt for, and it
Got
has.
your priorities.
Well, here's the thing
Like
though.
clunkers.
You're out there for 21 days, and in a survival situation, I mean, you're not going to go,
Nice fuck.
you're not going to try and get high and do all those things. But I mean, if you run across something and it just so happens, we actually had an instance and that also didn't make the edit. We were burning, is it creosote logs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We found that out the hard way. It was awful smell, but the logs burnt forever. Everything else that we would pull, any driftwood, anything that we would try and collect, it just burnt like a popcorn fart. Gone.
So now, I mean,
I hope builds up in chimneys, right?
Yeah. For like pine trees and shit.
Yeah.
So now-
houses that see Mary Poppins. Go ahead.
I love
So now they showed. So your partner there caught a snake,
Yeah, day one. Day one, we
cut
caught
its
a
head off
snake.
with the extra long knife,
Fucking Trey killing motherfucking snake.
and you ate
He
snake
actually
for dinner.
does that. Like, that's his thing.
That's his thing.
That's his thing.
Oh,
He
he's
likes to
a
go out and snake hunt and kill snakes.
And eat them.
You should see his backyard. Oh my gosh, I was just there this past week, and I'll tell you, like, he lives at the dead end of a nature reserve, like in the middle of a nature reserve down this dead end driveway that's like a 1/4 mile long. And like when he was telling me in the challenge, yeah, I walked down my driveway every single day, for months barefoot, trying to train his feet for the challenge. And I get there and I'm walking around barefoot because that's what we do, it is what it is. And
Wisconsin.
I go on his driveway and I was like, PTSD, we're back in the desert. How the hell? No wonder why he could walk everywhere on that damn thing, because his driveway is like sharp rocks. And I
He
was
lives in
like,
Wisconsin.
no,
No.
no, he lives down by Louisville or Louisville.
Lowville.
I don't. I was told-
Remember the strip, the
You gotta say
workers
the
there.
similar
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
I was told I had an accent when I was down there. I'm like, what? You have the accent. I don't have the accent.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a southern drawl.
He does.
Oh,
He does.
dance
really
with the
does.
devil.
Yeah, he actually also is a mushroom hunter or whatever.
Oh.
He goes
Good guy to
shrooming. He is.
Eat him,
Looking for
trip balls off them, you know.
You know,
Caves, spelunking.
I don't know how they choose our partners on Naked and Afraid, but I'll tell you that they picked probably the most perfect dynamic by putting me and him together. Like he is just like he doesn't make me want to be that bitchy, like I'm gonna rip your face off, because we all know I have that side. But he doesn't, like, the only thing that I think I got frustrated with is he doesn't shut up. And I was just like, does he ever, you know, like he talks and he's
He's
a
just a
very
nervous
bubbly,
talker.
no, just a very bubbly, like has so much to say, and it's all good things to say, but I'm one of those people that I'm not around people. So I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. I
So
don't want to
we saw the snake, but I mean, obviously that's not the only thing you guys ate. You know, what else did you eat?
cattail. So I never knew that you could eat cattail, but in
Like the fuzzy looking shit?
yeah. So the pussy,
Yeah,
willow,
yeah.
and the cattail that grow.
I mean, I know about
Yeah.
eating pussy.
Good.
Willis.
Yes.
Uh,
So I didn't know that you could eat the cattail. It's like a green onion, because in Wisconsin, did you know? Do you? Well, don't pick any in Wisconsin, because apparently you're not allowed to.
oh,
I guess it's illegal to pick cattail here or something. I don't know.
who knew? Okay.
I don't follow stupid
Well-
laws, but but anyways, so it's like a green onion. You have your green stalky part or whatever.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom by the root, when you just pull it out from the root, because you literally just pull it, you just cut off the rooty pieces or whatever, and that little white bulb that's down there, all the way up to where the white turns into the
Gotcha.
green,
Okay.
just like a green onion. You literally can eat that part.
Huh.
And if you put it over the fire, you can make it a little more tender if you cook it.
I'm sure probably any natural sugars come out would make it taste better at least.
Yeah. So if you're ever stranded on your motorcycle and you're hungry and you see some cattail, just
I'll just
Green
eat
onion.
jerky that I usually keep in the saddlebags.
right.
Yeah, we're stopping. at
I
gas
have
station.
saddlebags now, kind of. I got to buy them, but I have a bike that I can put saddlebags on.
Yes, you do.
No more
We'll talk
waist
about it in a
burners.
second because I'm curious. Is Trey a married man?
So that's a sad story.
Mm.
He was with the love of his life, and he also rides motorcycles.
Ah.
But she passed away just a few months after we came back from our challenge.
Oh, I
So,
see that.
yeah, and I really wanted
Of
to
what?
meet her. Cancer.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was a really sad story. It was very unannounced, unknown, instantaneous. And then, yeah. So very
I've
sad.
got a question. I know my wife asked you this last night.
Mhm.
So there you are. You guys are in this wind tunnel for a cave. I mean, that's what it was, right? A wind
It
tunnel,
really was.
right? And,
Not the
so
best
it's you're
choice.
going from 80 degrees extremes in temperature,
Mhm.
and the wind's whipping through there. You guys got the fire going, and you're trying to stay warm. How come you guys never went back to use your body heat collectively?
You know, and your wife brought that up too. And
Well,
I
she always talks
feel-
about people getting naked together. I mean, so
I feel like we did, but that particular night, I spent the day digging in between us because we were trying to figure out how we would not have to be a rotisserie. You know what I mean?
okay.
And then, hindsight's 2020. We should have had two fires, one on each side of us and back to back in the middle, and that would have made more sense. But, I guess I don't feel like after day 2, my mind was working the same that it was.
No,
And you want to know what's even crazier? They never told me what my weight loss was. Like, they never put that in the edit at all.
Huh.
And they do that on almost everybody's edit. And I'm like, why didn't they do that? I lost so much weight in that 4 days that it almost is completely unbelievable.
you hear that, ladies? You're hearing that here in the Biker's Lifestyle Podcast. We got a great weight loss program
Get
for you.
butt naked in the desert.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Well, the other parts of that is completely dehydrated. And it was all water weight because when I came back, I freaking gained that 15 pounds back with vengeance.
Well, you said that. It was Trey was saying that the granite was like sucking the moisture out of you guys. So-
Yes. Yes.
And I mean, and you were like your lips were cracking. Like,
They were horrible. My lips were like bleeding when I would open them too far. pretty much like the crack, like where you open your mouth.
Yeah.
That is.
Now you said an interesting thing happened to your legs from the fire.
Yes.
What was
yeah.
that?
So I learned that if you are too close to the fire, you get like almost a spider web pattern that forms on your legs. It's like almost as if every little vein and whatever that's in your legs, you can see all of it like a road map. Have you ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
Don't get that close to a fire.
You were
It sucks.
cooking yourself.
I literally felt like I was cooking myself.
Wow.
That was also part of it. I seen that on my legs, and that made my mind freak out even more during my tap. Like, I was just a hot mess, and I feel like I even owe production an apology for how much of a hot mess I was, because I've never lost my mind like that.
So, right,
Never.
naked and afraid.
Because I always want to push my limits. You know me, I like to ride with you guys, and you ride fast and hard, and you're known for riding fast and hard. So, like, I ride with you guys because
Don't funny to think of blur as Trey, but what you got, people, you know. But no, but like
I like to live on the edge.
naked and like where'd that come up? Like, you know what?
I got to get me some naked and afraid in my life.
Well, I mean, you guys
Not
know.
like keto.
Right,
or
yeah,
like
yeah.
intermittent fasting. You're like, no, naked and
Yeah,
afraid.
yeah.
Well, think
Jenny
about
Craig.
it though. It's
Yeah.
not that far. Like,
Like your system.
you don't need Jenny.
No, you got the fucking Devil's Canyon.
No, I want to go to the Devil's Butthole of Mexico, and I want to fucking be butt naked with Trey, the spelunker.
Ah.
Like, how does it
I
get to
got
that
you,
point in life where you're like, I'm just chilling. So I'm going to be naked in a desert
I
with
think
Trey.
it's pushing your limits and just seeing, you know, like life gives us these fucking curveballs all the time, and
Well, we can push your limits all the time, but
yeah.
naked and afraid specifically. How do we get there?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's one thing to do it on yourself, but you decided to do it in front of the world,
Mm-hmm.
you know, on top of it. So,
Well, I mean, you guys know I'm already a risky dresser. I'm not this modest all the time. I usually don't give a flying hoot what your girlfriend thinks about me and what I'm wearing and what I'm showing. So, I mean, the naked part was easy.
No, I hear you, but I'm saying
But
like,
like, how did I actually like get to applying to
Yeah.
that show? So it started off as I have been a single hot mess for 12 years, and I wanted to go on The Bachelorette. I literally wanted to go on The Bachelorette. So that's what started me applying to TV shows. And like, if you actually like reverse another 20 years, we're not going to disclose. Well, I guess you already know I'm 40, but anyways, we go back
bring
like,
that up on the show.
yeah, I was 39 when I did the challenge, but now I'm 40, and oh crap, I'm going to be 41 this year. But like if you back up when I was a teenager, oh my God, I totally just got like brain fart. Bleh. What were we talking about? Refresh me
you were
again.
talking about your weight
How
loss.
I got there.
How you
No,
got
how I
there,
got
like-
there.
Your weight loss.
So like, huh?
Me, he was being me. I was being.
Oh,
So much weight loss. Jenny Craig, Nutrislim.
I'm fat.
no, you just need the desert diet. The desert diet.
Desert diet.
Are you jealous of Trey's blur? Is that the problem?
I think they gave me the same blurs though.
Oh, that's not. Well,
Yeah,
that's how
they blurred to a degree.
that's not where you blur it.
But anyways, when I was a teenager, I wanted to be a model, and I wanted to get on TV and like, you know,
Me
be
too.
that face that everybody knew and that popular person. It did not work out, but I decided, I know, see, and not sometimes it doesn't, but it's all about how hard you try.
Turns out I wasn't good looking. Go figure.
Kind of think you're good looking, just saying. Not that I want you because I don't, but I'm just saying you have good looks, and everybody does have good looks
Don't-
in their own ways.
I mean,
Oh, God. Oh God, all the ladies, they're going after that guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, point the other way.
This guy's married.
My
you
wife's
can't
gonna
have
watch
him.
this.
No. All the old ladies.
40-year-old fucking alcohol problem. Oh,
No.
yeah.
Okay, so in order to apply, you might have to get through an awesome chick, and then you might also have to like ride a motorcycle, and it has to be Harley and all the other things. So got to be pretty fucking badass.
So, like, how extensive was the process to sign up for this? Like, what did you have to go through?
Okay, so
Is there a question there?
there is.
Nice.
There's a lot of things. So the application process was a paper application, and actually anybody can access it on Metal Flower Media's website to be able to apply. So if anybody feels like they got whatever,
Desert diet, easy
You want your desert
application.
diet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's if they choose you. I mean, you got to be whatever it is that they're looking for. And nobody ever knows, you know, it's like playing Russian roulette. You apply for something in hopes that you're going to get it. And then 10 times later, you're getting no, 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 no. And then one day you get that phone call and it's a yes. And you're just like, okay, is this real? Am I dreaming? Like, did I really just finally make it to where I've been trying since I was a teenager and now it's going to actually happen? Yeah, it's the craziest thing of your life. So, and it's a really quick process. It goes so fast. And then for me, it kind of went dormant for a little bit, like, but it was the holidays. So I don't know how they work their schedules or what they do. That's not my business. That's their job. You know, I just was always hoping that I'd get that phone call one day. And then one day that phone call came and I must have been like straight hitting the ceiling with my head. Just like beaming, ready to go. Cause I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening. So
I mean, at what point in time, when was your first oh shit moment? Like, maybe I've like overthought this and what the fuck am I doing here?
I think when my feet hit the ground without my shoes on.
Yeah,
In the
it seemed
moment
like
of
it seemed
derobing, I was
like
just
a
like,
moment.
but then I'm just like, no, you're this far. And like the money that it costs, like I'm a boss. So naturally I'm seeing, you know, the money that it's taking to go into this. And as, you know, like a business owner, you're going to look at all the different things like that. And you're just like, oh my gosh, you know, I don't want to be that fuck up that takes all this money that they invested into it to make this amazing show for people and then turn around and just be like, yeah, I can't do this. I could not live like that. But even now, still tapping on day 4, I still feel partially like I wasted some of their damn time. And that's just, you know, me being an internal, you know, hard on myself, essentially.
I mean, you were talking. I mean, there were a lot of things that led up to you tapping out, and
There was.
they were physical.
They were all physical. And I mean, ultimately it was mentally, my mind just went.
Well, I mean, it's pretty fucking simple. I mean, it's a hard goddamn challenge. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a challenge.
Right.
Correct.
You know, otherwise everybody would fucking do it. I'm gonna tell you right now, if somebody came to me and said, hey, you want to be a Naked and Afraid? I'd be like, no. I'm not doing any of that. Why? Because it's gonna suck the world's biggest dick.
Right.
I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah. And a lot of people, before they knew where I was, they were like, oh, I couldn't do it because of the bugs. And I'm over here like, I almost think that being eaten up, like I seen in some of the other, you know, casts from this season, I'm just like, that would suck, but that's probably what I deserve now because I tapped on fucking day 4.
Oh, you're too hard on yourself about this, man.
I am, but
called in sick because I broke a shoelace tying my boots in the morning.
yeah, but that guilt
I'm
is
just
real. I can't call into work. I don't have that luxury. I wish.
You're the boss.
I know, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm the
I remember
boss.
I'd be like, snap. Oh, fuck it. I know this day's going to go.
No, I remember talking to you like pretty soon after you got back.
Yeah.
We talked. I was down in Florida.
Yeah.
And you said that you melted down and it was huge. And
Yeah.
so they had a lot of footage of the meltdown, and we only saw about a couple minutes of it.
They edited it so nicely, so beautifully. Like they made me look like I was not freaking the fuck out, and I was freaking the fuck out. So like I thank them so much for how they edited that because I was so terrified that the world was going to see me just break. And I mean, they did,
Yeah.
you know, but it wasn't portrayed as bad as it actually was in that moment.
Well, guys aren't going to judge you too heavily because they saw your ass. So I mean,
I think half of the
They're
viewers,
idiots,
that's
you know?
all it was. Half of the
Very
people that
sexist
knew
to
me,
you know I'm a chauvinist.
we like,
I am. You know that.
Gender.
Oh God. Okay, Trent. Jesus Christ. But I mean, you found something out about that, about the day 4, like the day 4 hump.
yeah. So
After the fact, what was that?
so your body goes into ketosis on day 4, and that's when your kidneys are getting rid of all those fun toxins from all the wonderful foods that you eat. And
The body starts eating itself.
well,
We were talking about keto earlier.
I thought that I was, you know, I had fasted up to Christ when I was a teenager, up to like 30 days
You still
just to
intermittent fast?
get a point across.
Yeah. Well, I would intermittent fast just for weight loss and health.
And I have been doing that, and I had done it, you know, previous to that, but
It's tough.
I didn't ever take it like without some type of calories, whether it be I was drinking it, I just wasn't physically eating food,
Right.
but I was still intaking something. So usually it was like coffee because I was a coffee fiend. I still am. So I guess maybe my body never went into that because it wasn't a genuine, fast, because you can't drink things in those fasts, like the calories. You can do like water for a certain portion of it. But yeah. So,
well, like I was saying, I mean, you reach that point, your body goes into survival mode, and you start to live in the hippocampus,
and that's why you get all
state,
and that's why you get all emotional, and and hindsight's 2020, but
smartest podcast
could be, or the dumbest. I don't know.
No, it's pretty smart. You said hippocampus, so
I did.
I paid attention in science.
Well, you heard it here first. Thanks, reader.
Hank is a reader.
Hippocampus.
Yes. So now,
did children too, I thought.
So now, some things that didn't make it on there that you wish they had shown about your journey.
I made shoes, but not duct tape shoes. I made shoes. I made shoes out of the remnants. So you had been asking earlier about what other things. So I only said cattail, but we also had heart of palm while we were out there.
Oh, that's really good.
It is really good. And
for everybody at home and me, what the fuck is heart of palm?
So it's literally like it says, it's in the center of
the stalk.
The stalk.
Yeah.
Of a palm
tree.
Yeah, and it's really succulent.
So we had used so many palm fronds off of this palm tree to create a curtain to stop the wind that was coming through like a vortex in our shelter. We had used so many of them that all there was left was the stalk. So naturally, if you can eat something on it, you're going to utilize it. So when Trey went to go harvest the last of the palm fronds, he also harvested the part of palm inside and took the stalk out. And so we didn't want to waste any more of the bark of the palm. I don't even know if that's what you call it, because it's not really a bark.
No,
sure.
But he decided to keep it in our camp. So I was looking at it that same day that I was digging the hole between us to have the fire between us. I'm digging and I'm looking at it and I'm just like sitting there thinking, I'm like, what can I do with these hard, plasticky, weird things that are kind of like, they're starting to like curl up, And I'm like, what can I do? So I literally sat there and I go and I put my foot up and I like kind of put my foot in it, and that bugger fit perfectly. And I was like, no way. So then I had this like really long thumbnail. And so I popped a little hole in there, and then I made some cordage with my duct tape, and then I made it like crisscross, like ballet shoes. And so they stayed on my feet, and actually you can see the shoes on my feet on my walk of shame. Because I used them on my walk of shame, and then I flew them home. And I have them.
You still have them?
I have them at
I wish you
home.
had brought them. That would have been cool.
I mean,
did you
I can send you a picture.
Can you make clothing? Or do you have to be naked?
Well, he made a bikini for himself.
With my duct tape.
With her duct tape.
And he did this dance.
Yeah.
I should pull it up just so you can see it.
It's such a big blur. I mean,
it was a big bikini. It was a big, it had a lot of length to it.
Well,
it did. It almost looked like a diaper from the front.
Man sounds like
he's a man's man.
Man's man. Yeah.
He's in a cave.
All right. So now were there some things that they showed that you wish they hadn't?
No, I think honestly,
other than those, the butthole shots as you're climbing up the cross.
I'm telling you, there is nothing you can hide out there. I don't care what it is. You need to fart. You need to fart. It's happening. Like you're walking, you can't hold it in. You have no clothes. Well,
I don't know. Do you want to talk about that aspect of it with the
poop?
We can.
There's a whole story behind this.
I will totally. There is a whole. So,
like I said, no class in the biker's lifestyle. We just go like it is.
We're just poop.
So neither of us actually pooped while we were on the challenge. No, but we did plan for it.
Constipate themselves.
No, we didn't choose. I think it was it was the three things. It was the cattail, there was fruit on the cactuses as well, and you could eat the flowers. Every flower out there was edible. So, I mean, you had a lot of vegetation.
It was a fibrous thing.
But the problem was that, okay, you want the flower. It's on the top of an ocotillo. And the ocotillo, if you Google it, it's just thorns. And they're 6 feet high or 7 feet high or 9 feet high. And the flowers are at the top of it. So you have to battle the thorns to bend it over to get the flour, which isn't going to give you but maybe like, I don't know, 3 calories.
When you're losing 300.
Yeah, exactly. So is it really worth poking yourself one more time? Because every single thing out there was like thorns, spines, sharp.
Yeah.
Right. So no poop.
So the poop,
Yeah.
we
A lot of peeing though.
a lot of peeing.
Why imagine? You want to say
So for pooping, we called it poop wall. So we had a location picked out while we were, we called it poop wall.
Now, this worked out before or after?
We were working it out actually one morning. I think it was day 2 while we were getting firewood. Because what they showed of the firewood, I'm actually kind of pissed they didn't show my Shira moment. Because there was like this whole tree trunk that I was hauling. Yeah, it was. And we had to take it up 4 feet onto this next boulder. And so I jumped up onto the next boulder. Trey lifts up the tree stump to me with the whole tree attached, and I got it, and I literally start going, and I had the momentum where I just kept going, and I kept going, and I went as far as I could with it, and it literally was like 2 or 3 of you. It was big.
Wow.
Wow.
That's big.
But while we were out collecting firewood, we found this wall where we found a bunch of driftwood, and we had cleared out all the driftwood, and he's like, this would be a really good spot to poop. So I was like, okay, so how are we gonna do that? So we had come up with the plan that we were gonna dig X amount of holes, and then if you needed to go, once you fill the hole, you cover it, and then dig another one so that we were replacing holes.
Kind of
with
like
filled
your
ones.
cake, yeah.
Yeah.
No reason for toilet paper in this situation.
So I just jiggled. I had to be a man and, kind of just wiggle it and let it drip. And otherwise it would just run down my leg. I mean, there was really no leaves. There was no leaves to do anything with. And Trey enlightened me to how he would have wiped his self if he would have pooped. And that's a rock, a stone.
No, but
You find a stone. And
but at night they leave you guys like, and you're in this like mountain lion cave. I mean, and they showed like, mountain lions and
I'm pretty sure that they were above us in that canyon. I'm pretty sure that they were right above us because when we were getting firewood, there was this like, those old deadwood trees that just kind of look scary, like it should be in Halloween.
human skeletons behind it.
Yes.
From them.
So there was one of those that was like outside our shelter, around a boulder, and like up another like ledge on another cliff ledge. So we were collecting a lot of the deadwood from up there. And when we were up there, there was fresh scat.
Whoops.
So we're pretty sure that they were definitely close to us, but I don't know that they ever would have actually came and, like, ooh, what are you?
No,
Now,
but-
was there a plan for if they did?
We're going to fucking kill them. Slice that bitch.
Trey's going to go ham with a mountain lion and a knife.
I mean, if
It
that's
was a
what
long
you got,
You gotta.
It was a long night.
You got to do what you got to do.
we had sticks, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Thankfully, it didn't happen, but
Does the
pretty
production
sure.
crew have means to stop mountain lions if said mountain lions come down?
I've seen on other episodes like where they've been able to not necessarily stop elephant herds or things like that, but dangerous herds of animals and get the 2 people out of there and out of harm's way. So they will intervene if they need to,
Right.
or they feel it necessary. But I mean, I highly doubt that the mountain lions would have came and
I
visited
bet you
us.
signed a disclaimer for that.
I'm pretty sure it's somewhere somewhere. I don't know.
if we cause you to die, it's on you.
You go out there knowing,
Could be a mountain lion,
full and
sure.
well.
Yeah.
You go out there knowing full and well it's dangerous, and it's gonna be a challenge.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So
But
like
at the same time,
So now, day 4, like, I mean, you had had enough. You had had enough. You were played. You hit your wall.
yeah.
You're on your way out. Did you see were there buzzards circling overhead?
Yes, every morning.
Seriously?
Every morning.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What I wanted to see was one of those California condors. They're like endangered and they're supposed to be down there. And I never saw one. So
Probably
it was-
good you didn't. He probably would have taken your emaciated self back to the nest,
It would have been
Food.
food.
Hey, you think something that big? I don't see him eating
I
on
don't know.
fruit and berry nuts,
Well,
They
even-
could
I
be.
mean, they're big.
I think
I know
that
A lot of them are carrion eaters, and you were almost carrying.
Sure.
Yeah, I
it was
mean,
almost cooked, I would say.
now you would think after something like that, somebody would have had enough with this shit. How about you?
No, No, I want to go back. And now I have a personal vendetta with the desert. So at this point, I'm like, I don't even care if I go to the desert.
It's like you guys can.
Well, yeah, we're gonna lead into that here before we wrap up.
You want another?
No, I'm all set, brother. Thanks.
I was gonna say, well, he's getting a drink. I could step off camera and smoke quick because I don't.
Let's smoke on camera. Don't worry about it.
The camera. You do it all the time.
So I got an idea for a book for you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is the point in time when she should exploit to the best, positive as well as you can that you were on the show.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking
Quite good behind
Amy Zindler.
experience.
No. The title would be 101 Uses for Duct Tape or How I Survived the Devil's Asshole.
I think every person can totally write a book from their
El Diablo. Thank you. Yeah, El Diablo's asshole.
I thought about it. I started a website to kind of blog.
I'd help you do that. We'd take the pictures of you making the different things.
I know.
I mean, think about it.
In
Might
fact,
be a little way to go. You could ride the wave off this. That one guy, fucking Survivor, was on there once. Guy's a fucking millionaire now, and he's still telling his story and become a motivational speaker.
well, so actually,
the Trump show, NBC.
Oh, Iman.
No, that's
Im- That was the black model.
the black chick. She was like super bitchy.
Yeah, Iman or Oman or something like that.
I thought it was something normal.
I don't think so, but maybe, who knows? I mean, I'm just saying. So let's change up here. You rode in on a new toy today.
I did.
You did. Sounded good.
I paid off one motorcycle on Friday, and by Monday I owned another.
That's the way it works.
And what'd you get?
I got a 2021 Harley Softail Standard.
A clean slate.
It is beautiful. It is just, oh my gosh.
Now, is this the first Harley?
It is my first Harley. And I was nice too. And I signed autograph pictures for the finance guy and the guy that sold me the actual Harley and literally autographed him. Thank you for selling me my first Harley.
So I remember when I switched over from the sport bike world to the Harley world. Is it not like trying to ride a dump truck? Like it does not handle.
It's a little clunkier at first.
Yeah.
Definitely a little clunkier, but like I'll tell you, my feet. You know how you ride on a crotch rocket, your feet are back.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to get on there, and when I go to lift my feet, I still am naturally trying to pull my feet back, and I'm like, no, foot pegs are up here. But I'll tell you, on my way home, I fell in love with that motorcycle. I love that.
A lot more comfortable,
Harley.
isn't it?
Oh,
The speed on it, like I'm just like, ooh, this thing's zippy. And I mean, you got to understand, I went, baby, I'm riding along you guys with a freaking 400cc little bike, little and nobody can hear me. And then now I'm like, all right, fuck it, we're gonna get a Harley with a 107 in it. So I'm like, tricycle to big boy toys. That's how I felt. I'm like, oh shit, did I just like bite off more than I can chew? But no, when I rode on it today, oh my gosh, fucking love that bike. Absolutely love that bike. I'm like, why didn't I do a Harley in the first place?
those are expensive.
Yes, I got a good deal on mine though. Well, I hear that they like to break, so I made sure
They don't last forever.
They create their own mechanical opportunities.
Mine already started that.
Yeah.
So on my way,
Challenges, yes.
my brake light, when I pressed my front brake, the brake light wanted to stay on. So they had to like solder something and do something and change out something.
Goddamn Harleys.
And I don't know. And that was before I even left the damn dealership today. So I was like, okay, that's great. Is it going to do it again? And the guy that sold it to me, he's like, just call me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to call you. And then on my way home, it did it, but it only did it for like a minute. And then it was fine. So I'm like, okay, is it going to keep doing it? Or is it, done? Or what is this? Like, was this my first problem? My first Harley?
So is the new bike going to be making more trips to the Kentucky land area?
I hope so. But
Because, I'm just saying, he seems like a nice guy.
Trey is a great guy, but
Got a big blur.
not my guy.
Why? Because he talks too much?
No, because I learned recently that I am not meant for relationships. I think I am meant to just ride my motorcycle and live my life alone. I just broke somebody's heart, and I can't do that again.
Is it Trace hurt?
No,
Okay, good. I
No,
fell in love with Trey.
no, it was my high
Along with the
school.
rest of
I'm gonna say it was a 2-time heartbreak.
It was my high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I broke his heart the first time, and then I just broke it again like a month and a half ago. And I feel awful, but you can't make yourself feel some kind of way, like, you
I don't know
know.
what feelings are.
Okay, see,
It's
so
very
like,
true. It's very true.
and that's exactly it. So like, you know, he's feeling like, you know, oh my God, I love you, and I'm over here like, I need space. Can I go ride my motorcycle? I need to get out
Was
of
he
here.
a
Like,
motorcycle guy?
yes and no, but he doesn't have one and he doesn't ride one. So
No.
Then no.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it is.
So-
Yeah. Then no. So, and that's the other
There's
thing.
the problem right there.
And that's exactly it is, you know,
Trey.
summertime's
No,
going to come and
no.
I'm not going to
What's it
want
gonna
to.
take to get you and Trey together?
Oh
That's
gosh.
that's what
That is a
America
good
wants to
question.
know.
America does want to know this.
Well, we're not going to hook up. We're going to be lifelong friends forever.
You should go on one date.
He has his own.
Eat snake again.
No, he has his own crushes and, you know, things that
Who
he's
you call?
pursuing. I cannot disclose such things.
Britney Spears.
No,
Okay.
it's
Oh,
actually,
it's Jason Momoa. It's gotta be Jason.
dude, that's my crush. No, I'm just kidding.
Isn't it everybody's crush?
You know what?
Maybe.
You know, I mean,
But,
it's
I mean-
Jason Momoa.
It's just, oh,
No, that just is definitely a lifelong friendship. You bond harder out there with that person than I think you would bond with any normal person in a normal situation.
so many jokes coming to my mind.
Yeah.
Go.
Let him out. Let him
Trey
out.
seems like a fine guy. You know, we're sorry his wife died of cancer. That's horrible.
It is
sucks.
horrible.
One of
Yes.
those biggest cocks.
But he rides motorcycle.
Duh.
Yep.
And he's a nice guy.
He is a nice
And
guy.
you've already gone through an emotional experience together,
Yeah, we cried together.
and you're talking afterwards.
Yeah.
And he's seen his dick. So
We're being kind of
We've seen
selling it
all-
out here, aren't we, brother? I don't
We saw
either.
all sorts of things that I don't even think people that I have had sex with have seen those areas. Like, think about it. If somebody's
are you
walking
having
up a
sex?
couple,
you know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Like,
well, I mean,
oh, you saw like the unflattered.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, the whole package.
Shit up naked.
uh-huh.
Yeah, no, that's unflattered.
Yeah.
Seinfeld, that
Yeah.
whole thing.
Or like
The taint.
your taint. Yeah.
When you see the taint, you know, the taint.
Yeah. You
That's-
get to see all of that.
So
and
sometimes that's a deal breaker for people. Yeah, I can understand.
Why is there a scene?
you know, maybe they need a more uncensored version. They do have the uncensored version coming on this Sunday at 6:00. Central Time, the one I'm on. Yeah, my episode is going to re-air
What channel is that?
this Sunday, Discovery Channel at
So
6 p.m.
Discovery has
Discovery.
the uncensored version.
Yep. So they do both, but the uncensored version still is blurred. Just to make that
What
clear.
makes it uncensored?
That's
So
right.
they put the naughty things we say. So like we were talking about how we drank water. We drank water face down, ass up. So things like that are going to go on there. The
That's
private
what
parts. I mean, maybe that'll go on there. I don't know that that's going to go on there, but I'm just giving you an example.
Mm.
But that is how we drink our water, face down, ass up. And we were hoping that would make the edit because we thought that was hilarious, you know, because it's like literally you're sitting there and you're just trying to like get upside down. Your ass is literally straight up in the air, you know, or you're laying across the rock still putting your head down
I feel
there
like this
trying.
Trek guy's in shape.
He's, I would say, definitely better shape than I am. He ain't got belly rolls.
He was wired.
Wiry.
Wiry.
He's a very thin man.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, so you do another show. Maybe you'll meet somebody better than Trey. He'll ride motors. Maybe you guys could ride the motorcycles naked to the thing.
I mean, hint, hint, David, if you're
I just
watching,
see part
my next partner needs to be a motorcycle rider.
Well, you said
And
Trey,
single.
like, Trey was on the bike.
What the fuck? This
I'm
guy
telling
sounds
you.
perfect.
He
What
does
the
sound
fuck?
perfect. I mean, and the whole baby's arm thing. I mean,
Any single lady.
He is a great guy. He is a great guy.
Hit up
Okay.
Trey. He rides motorcycles and likes caves.
I'm
He might
sure.
like your cave. We don't know.
You never know.
You never know.
Be
That's
careful.
just like the questions you were asked last night at Danny's, right?
I was gonna say, but if he sleeps with these girls, then they're never gonna freaking go away. And then the poor guy is gonna have like, you know, all the fangirl status and they're chasing him, and then they're gonna be like, guess how big his penis was.
Yeah, this guy hated when chicks chase us. Like horrible.
Really?
It's the worst.
I'm just like, I think you guys just love that attention and just
No,
absorb it.
no.
I absorb the attention.
Guys are strange. We don't deal with our emotions well.
No.
Dirty has known. So
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
that's
now.
right. That's right.
I was thinking about
What's that
Trey's.
word?
He is thinking about Trey's. I'm with your brother on that. I really
He
am.
seems fucking
He
fantastic.
does.
I don't know why we're dogging him.
I mean, we can totally freaking call him and make him talk with us.
What an idea. We should leave.
Shit, what the fuck are we doing? We're not talking to Trey.
Yeah, no shit.
What the fuck? I didn't know we had this kind of exclusive access.
No shit.
I mean, I might have it like that. We might have called each other before our premieres and
Make
said,
sure you get him near the microphone so we can hear his voice.
all right, let's see.
His number will be down here below for anybody else who wants to call Trey.
No.
What's up?
Hey, so I'm doing a podcast right now, and the guys, Tank and Dirty, wanted me to call you, so they can talk to you and ask you questions on this podcast.
I got a live Q&A here in about 8 minutes.
Oh shit! Can they ask you one question before you go?
Dirty, you ask it.
Hey, Trey,
Yes, sir.
the extra large blur, was that really needed or was that,
He's
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Got me proud.
That's all we need to know.
That's all we needed, brother.
You got two big fans here, so
I'm a big fan. She's talking you up. She's making you out to be quite the guy.
Right on. That Amy was quite a gal. Great partner.
thank you.
Sounds good, man.
Sounds good, man.
All right.
Thanks for playing.
No problem.
I'll jump on. Are you doing the Q&A for fans?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna have to watch that. I'll jump on
All right.
when we're
Yeah.
done. All right.
Going live here in just a few minutes.
Awesome. Thank you, Trey.
Love you, Trey.
Love you, Trey. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye. All right. I'll talk to you later. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right.
Have a good-
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
I didn't really put a lot of thought in this. We probably should have talked and maybe got Trey involved in this too, on side window on Zoom or something.
I mean, I think this week for both of us is a little crazy, but
Yeah,
in the
we get
future,
fucked
if
up,
you
don't
wanted to.
We did. That's our MO though. That's how we roll, dude.
That's
Yeah,
okay. I still think.
But
we have a
I
good
think
show.
we should wrap this up because I mean at this point in time we probably get to talk about Trey's experience, and I don't want to do that because
Yeah,
I think that people should see what happened to Trey
Mhm.
and how far he made it.
It's gonna be that nobody can watch because
Yeah, where is
out
this?
later.
Right.
The Q&A, I think they keep them up where you can still watch them. I'm not sure, but it's on Fans of Naked and Afraid and XL on Facebook.
There you go.
There you go.
So join them, follow us.
Yeah.
All the cast members are in there. Not all of them, but a good chunk of us are in there. We talk, we say things, we respond. We're not prudes out there. Actually, the Naked and Afraid cast people throughout the years, they're all pretty awesome sauce. They could totally teach us some survival
so we're
stuff.
not going to be weird. We're not going to be like, oh, I'm not talking about that. I mean,
Cuts out a whole layer of inhibitions, doesn't it? It takes it right off the
desert. But I am not
Yeah.
I am not answering questions.
No shit.
That's where I draw the line.
Well, I'll
Well-
tell you though, that experience made me carry things on my motorcycle now that I will never go without.
Like
I-
duct tape.
like duct tape. Duct tape is with me at all times.
We're gonna do
I-
this book. 101 uses for duct tape and fuck the desert with
I'll do it with
Amy's
you.
Zindler.
I swear, because honestly, I'm going to own the Duct Tape Girl
I'll help
persona.
I'll help you do it.
I will
I
show the world.
Just
Standard gray. Yep.
Just last follow-up question to that. Did
Yeah.
you splurge for like the extra large roll, pay that $2 extra to get it?
Oh yeah.
Because as much duct tape.
as possible.
I was going to say the
Yeah.
roll that I brought out there was fairly large, but I didn't have enough time between finding out that I was going to go into a challenge to get the big roll that you can get on Amazon, because they have like big.
Oh,
huge
Amazon.
one.
When it wasn't a Home Depot brand, it was
It was like an Amazon
okay.
one.
So it was
was
none of
like-
this dollar store shit. then.
No,
So it was-
no,
Okay, good.
I wanted the real actual duct
The
tape.
big blur duct tape.
Big duct tape.
Yeah. But it's like you can do so much. So I would do it again.
All right. So where can everybody find your episode, Amy, if they want to go on the internet thing there and check it out?
Discovery Plus is the only way that you can replay it unless you watch it this coming Sunday, because this podcast will drop before this coming Sunday, right?
Probably tomorrow.
Okay. So this coming Sunday on Discovery Channel, 6 p.m. Not Today, Satan. It's
April
uncensored. Hey, that was pretty quick. You got a calendar in your
It's pretty good with that cipher and stuff.
Holy.
Yeah, they put me in charge.
That's right.
All right. I'll take it.
Well, thanks a lot for joining us here today. You have any last words?
Well, if you guys do a challenge, one more day. Just cry it out one more day. Don't tap because that regret puts you in a fucking depression for like literally a year. So hopefully all you guys can help me. Get me back. I need a redemption. Follow me.
And follow us as we get Amy together for, we're still on this Trey thing. I think there's some hope there. What do you think, brother?
Yeah.
There's got to be some hope. There's some hope.
I'm rooting for Trey.
I am definitely rooting for Trey. He seems like cool
Seems like a
dude.
nice guy.
Seems like cool dude.
Got a big blur.
Got a big blood.
He's killing fucking mountain lions with knives.
Hey man, eating snakes.
He's in a cave. He's got that southern accent, but it's not like retarded southern accent. You know what I mean?
It's cool. It's a cool one. It's a cool one.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, what's going on? You know?
Yeah, he's pretty laid back.
Tell him to.
Oh, that's a really irritating
I know,
Southern
right?
voice.
Well,
I hate that
you
one.
would have killed him, wouldn't you?
I would have. I'd have been like, just shut up.
He's asleep. Okay, let me get the stick.
What would have been done? You get out of the van, and they're like, "Hey, this is your partner." Hey, y'all.
Like, motherfucker, I'm
Hey,
out.
Out in the desert. Shit. Dang. Y'all see a lizard?
Yeah. Oh,
Lots
God.
of them.
Oh, they wouldn't let Trey show his lizard.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
they did. It was there.
All right. Well, this is it. Our special edition of whatever the fuck this was. Have a good one, everybody. Peace
You're not
out.
going to say the line?
Yeah, I'll say the line, man.
I know
Because
we haven't done this a lot.
it hasn't.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't. We've been waiting for the right story.
Yeah, it's a
We have. Well, because I mean, it's the same. They're all talking about the same shit on the internet, right? All the other biker podcasts.
They're all beefing with each other.
It's all that stuff. So we're hanging back right now. So this is what we're doing is just this stuff.
Yeah.
You guys can wait for this quality.
Yeah,
Quality. We
could have fucking zoomed in Trey, but that came in later.
Well, maybe I can capture some stuff. Well, Discovery. We'll work on production.
Just arrested by Discovery people.
No,
They owned by Disney.
we don't need any help getting arrested.
I feel like
Discovery
Warner
is-
Yes,
and
yes.
Discovery, yeah, they merged.
Time Warner, Discovery, George Shaw.
We're on Discovery radar now.
We probably are.
We got to mind our P's and Q's.
We never have in the
We
past.
have to bleep out all the scares.
No,
Yeah.
no.
No, it's
This actually was quite a tame one.
Don't change you guys. Don't ever change you.
okay.
We're fucking ain't it. Cool.
Definitely will mention that Walt Disney was into Hitler.
Oh, Schnoot.
No, him and Ford too. Ford was in that.
Never was a thing.
Nope, never happened.
Do you know the thing behind Mickey
Even
Mouse?
here, right? What?
Did you see the one with the Swiss cheese?
No,
The video with him with Swiss cheese, taking the cheese
Yeah,
and he's
and
sticking his dick in it?
Yeah, I totally
Like the
saw that.
It's fucking Swiss cheese.
Yes, he was.
1930s cartoon. Honest to God, man. Look it up.
Mhm.
Yes.
No.
Set in right here.
So, you know how Mickey, when they write Mickey, it has that fancy font or whatever.
No.
Turn-
Okay.
Okay, so that Disney font that they use or whatever, turn it upside down and look at it upside down. It spells wicked. Doesn't spell Mickey, it spells wicked.
Well, you can't be a Satanist without having something wicked. You know,
Just
I mean,
saying.
is that out loud? I'm sorry.
He'll say
Anyway, was that out
I
loud?
didn't hear anything.
I didn't see a damn thing. No, it's a fantasy world. You're in
It
the
is.
dreamland.
Mhm.
Anyway, thanks a lot for listening. Keep in mind, most dangerous part in your motorcycle is the fucking nut that connects the seat to the handlebar. Peace.